everyone, good day. I am Andrea Marmiharas. So for today's video, I will be talking about my answers in the before, while, after, and if the Filipino is worth dying for. So Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr., all known as Ninoy Aquino, he was a prominent Philippine journalist and politician. In 1932 to 1983, he was a Filipino senator who became the most powerful political opposition leader against Ferdinand Marcos. As a senator of the 70th Congress, he was the major political rival of President Ferdinand Marcos and was one of the first to be arrested after the abolition of Congress and declaration of martial law in 1972. On September 23, 1972, Marcos declared martial law and ordered Aquino was put through military trial, charged with murder, illegal possession of firearms, and subversion. Aquino went on a hunger strike to protest the injustice of his military trial, but ended the strike after 40 days. But before he imprisoned, his position is that he was a Filipino politician who served as a senator of the Philippines in 1967 to 1972 and governor of the province of Tarlac as the mayor of Concepcion, provincial vice governor, and provincial governor. Since then, their relationship with each other is that they were a political enemies. In short words, Ninoy Aquino was against Marcos' dictatorship and martial law. In 1081 on September 21, 1972, placing the Philippines under martial law, some sources say that Marcos signed the proclamation on September 17 or on September 22. But in other cases, the document itself was dated September 21. Throughout the martial law period, Marcos built up the cult of September 21, proclaiming it as National Thanksgiving Day by virtue of Proclamation number 1180, 1973, to memorialize the date as the foundation day of his new society, warned the public of the possible establishment of a garrison state by President Ferdinand Marcos. Between 1969 and 1972, the Philippines experienced significant political public statements regarding martial law and denied involvement in its planning. Martial law was a result of the U.S.-Philippine relationship between 1969 and President Marcos seemed to trust U.S. officials and felt that the United States would. President Marcos imposed martial law on the nation from the 1972 to 1981 to suppress increasing civil strife and the threat of a communist takeover following a series of bombings in Manila. It is this pathos is to persuade by appealing to the audience emotions. As the speaker, you want to feel the same emotions you feel about something. You want to be emotionally connect with them and influence them. If you have low pathos, the audience is likely to try to find flaws in your arguments. Logos give the audience a tangible comparison and is especially useful because it is extremely difficult to argue with sound logic. However, there are always those individuals who require a completely different approach in order to be persuaded, maybe one with a more personal touch. Ethos consists of convincing your audience that you have a good character and you are credible, therefore your words can be trusted. In fact, ethos is often established before your presentation, and not all people who would say yes that the Filipino is worth dying for, even if many seem disappointed and skeptical of the composition of the government and the current state of the nation. But for me, it is a yes. A Filipino is worth dying for because we Filipino, we fight for our rights. We fight for our country. We are at work forming a new identity. We are passionate people who will smile in the face of the challenges. We are worth the trouble and the struggle, no matter how difficult and dangerous times make it. Thank you everyone and God bless.